Welcome to J&K Barbecue. I'm Jim. My wife Karen's on the camera as always. Today we're going to do a prime rib on a Traeger grill, and it's really easy to do. Stay with us. Alright, we're going to show you how to do a prime rib. So what you want to buy is a prime rib roast. We got this one from Sam's. It's a prime grade, but wait till it goes on sale. With the holidays coming up, it's certainly going to go on sale here soon. So find it wherever you buy meat, and it'll turn out great. We're going to do it on the Traeger grill today. This is actually our first initial cook on my new Traeger that I got for Christmas, but we fired her up anyway, and we'll get it rolling. This video is actually from one of my friends asked me to do a video on prime ribs. Angela, this is for you, and we're going to show you how easy it is to do, just with some real basic ingredients that I'm sure all of you already have. So stay with us. We'll get the grill fired up and get her going. All right, so I'm just going to get this ribeye roast out of the package. Again, this one's from Sam's, but get wherever you guys buy meat at. We are going to cook in a aluminum pan. I just got a little rack in here so it sets up. We're going to collect the renderings off of this and make some really tasty au jus. So I'll probably show you how to do that as well, but it's real simple. We're going to hit it with some olive oil, and then we're going to throw some rub on it. So just going to throw some olive oil on this bad boy. Olive oil we'll use as our binder. It'll just help the rub stick. So we're just going to hit it a little bit with this. We're going to get all sides. Make sure we get it all nice and covered. Make sure you get the bottom as well. Just leave the butcher string on. It'll just help it stay together a little bit better. So we're just going to hit it with a little bit more olive oil, and then we'll be ready to rub her up. Today we're going to use two simple rubs. First one is just going to be an all-purpose rub. This is just salt, pepper, and garlic. It'll be our base rub. So we're going to hit that first. So we'll just hit her all sides. And you can see the olive oil just helps it stick and adhere to the meat a little bit better. But you could use Worcestershire sauce or anything else as a binder will also help. We like olive oil. So I think that's good there. And then we're going to use our favorite steak rub. Use whatever steak rub you like. We like Montreal. So this is a little bit of a coarser grind. It'll give you that really nice bark on the outside. So we'll get, again, all sides. While we're doing this, the Traeger's firing up. We're going to cook between 275 and 300. We'll probably keep her at that temperature for the entirety of the cook. You could cook a little hotter if you are, on a time schedule, but we like to cook it between 275 and 300. So we're just going to let the grill come up to temp. We're going to let that sweat into the meat a little bit. We're going to let it rest for about 10 or 15 minutes before we put her on the smoker, and we'll show you what we do next. Alright, the Traeger is up to temp. Again, we're going to cook between 275 and 300. Again, we just got it in a little pan on a rack so we can get the renderings to make some au jus. We're going to cook this fat side up because it's in a pan. As the heat comes over, it'll protect the meat, and it'll also baste itself a little bit as it cooks. We're not going to do anything for the first hour. So for the first hour, we'll let it roll. After an hour, we're going to put a probe into it. With prime rib, you certainly don't want to cook to time. You want to cook to internal temp. So we'll show you how that goes as we go along. But Just gonna get it up on the new Traeger. Love the new 885. My Christmas present, but this is our initial cook on it, and we'll let you know how she does. But we're gonna put her to bed and let her roll for the first hour. Stay with us. All right, we cranked up the Traeger a couple degrees. I put her up to 290. So we want to eat a little bit sooner, but anywhere between that 275 and 300 is perfect. We did put a probe in it, and it's probing at 81 degrees. That's all we're worried about. Don't worry about time. It's all about internal temp. So my wife likes a little bit closer to medium, so we're going to pull it off at 130. If you like a little bit more rare, pull it off around 125. Once we pull it off, what we're going to do is tint it with foil and allow it to rest. That's one of the most important steps in all of this, is allowing that meat to rest after it cooks for, somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes would be perfect. That will allow it to reabsorb the juices that it's going to lose, and it's going to be a really tender, perfect end product. So as you can see, it's looking great right now. But we got a while to go, and we're just going to let her roll, and then once we hit 130 we'll pull her off and we'll let it rest before we slice it up, and we'll show you what that looks like. But right now it looks really, really good. We're going to eat like kings tonight. Stay with us. Alright, so we hit 130 internal temp, so now we're just going to pull it off. I'm going to tint it with some foil. And remember, that's probably one of the most important steps, is making sure that you allow the meat to rest. So we're going to give it a full 20 to 30 minutes while we finish up with the rest of our sides. I'm just going to pull it off and allow it to sit right here on the cutting board. Just going to tint it again with some foil. You just want to button this up and do nothing for a good 20 minutes. And then after it rests, we'll slice her up and show you what we got. Stay with us. All right, so we've let this rest for about 30 minutes actually, so we'll be really, really good. I'm just gonna, we're ready to eat, so I'm just gonna slice it in half so you guys can see how this turned out. You can see that is juicy, juicy goodness. So the family wants to eat, so I'm not going to give it a taste test, but I just wanted you guys to see how this turned out at when we pulled it at 130. If you like it a little bit more rare, pull it at 125. So we're going to eat like kings, but thank you for joining us. This is really easy to do. Cook one for Christmas and show your family how you can do it.